Finally. Oh. What? Not afraid of death?
There are worse things than death.
True.
Welcome to Eat Your Side Quest, the channel where we eat and beat every game for the PlayStation 2. But before we do that, we're going to play a game for the PS2 called Maximo, Ghosts to Glory. Fantastic name. So this game is part of the Ghosts and Goblins franchise, a game series that I've always been aware of, but it's always been a little too... I think my parents thought it was a little too demon-y looking to let me play as a kid. As in, they just never bought it for me. And that's how it is when you're a kid. You play what your parents buy you. So I looked into this franchise, and boy, I have some thoughts on this. So we're going to dive in to Ghosts and Goblins franchise. We're going to dive into the game, and then we're going to make a recipe loosely related to the game. All right, so I spent the week diving into this franchise. I played a couple of the other games, briefly, just kind of get a feel for them. And I've come to an important conclusion I need to share with you. For the people who made the Ghosts and Goblins game, I think they hate children. Now, hear me out. Having played this, I feel like maybe they didn't hate children, but they definitely, enjoyed the idea of killing the children in this game. Because these games kill you. They're so hard. And not in a fun way, like Cuphead or Hollow Knight. These games are just just mean. There's no pattern to the monsters. They pop out of everywhere. When you die, you have to start the whole game over. And this was the 90s. They had save functions at that point. So, and even if you do beat the game, this is the part that blew my mind. If you do beat the game, you get to the end, the princess, who you spent this whole game trying to save, sends you back to the start of the game and makes you do it a second time, and the game is even harder, okay? So whoever made this, I'm sorry, I just can't feel like they were looking for children's joy when they made Ghosts and Goblins. All right, now, although I didn't necessarily enjoy playing them, I think maybe with more time and better expectations, I might have liked them more. I did like looking at them. These games look like they're straight up from a Sunday school, a passage where they're trying to scare kids away from evil things with scary demons. These things are nightmarish. So I do love the way it looks. And the music's what I would imagine if there was a category of music that was just Halloween music. I feel like this would be the soundtrack. Now, what we're going to play today is actually the series' first foray into the 3D platforming world. During this time period, there was a real pushed kind of away from the 2D side-scrolling games into more 3D platformers. So I think Mario 64, Mega Man had a game called Mega Man Legends that was 3D. So this was their first foray. And for the most part, it's actually, I think for the first time on the channel, it's actually pretty good. So we're going to dive into the game, and then we're going to cook something Maximo themed for our cooking. So stay tuned. All right, so our game starts out, and I just have to throw this in here. I had to look up the story for this game on a PDF online because the game itself doesn't give you much context. So I had to actually find the instruction manual and read what was happening. And this is how the game explains it. Your main character, Maximo, is either the knight or king of this world that isn't really named. And he went off to fight in wars. No context given, outside of Maximo was gone fighting wars. And so when he left the 4 sorceresses and his best friend Achilles to run the kingdom while he's gone. Well, Achilles decided once Maximo was off fighting his wars that he was going to take over the kingdom and raise an army of undead monsters. And he captures the sorceresses away, and then just to be personal, marries Maximo's fiancée, now Princess Sophia, or Queen Sophia, I guess, now that she's married. So anyway, Maximo comes back, he storms the castle, and immediately Achilles blasts him dead. True Ghosts and Goblins, we're 5 minutes in and we're already died. At this point, the Grim Reaper shows up to talk to Maximo and tells him that he is concerned. And Grim, he talks like this. I love Grim. Grim's worried he's going to be out of a job because Achilles has raised all the undead creatures, and now there's no one left in hell for Grim to rule over, apparently. And so he asks for Maximo's help in stopping the undead army, sending him back to hell, and in exchange, Maximo gets his kingdom back. And so this begins the story. Maximo gets returned to life and begins his quest to save the world. All right, so the game begins with Maximo going to save the first sorceress in a, graveyard world. I'm sure it has another name, but that's essentially what it is. It's just this graveyard world. And the game immediately tries everything it can to kill you. The ground literally falls underneath your feet. Monsters are spawning everywhere. So you're just going to have to hack and slash your way through the end of the level. Once you get to the level, you go into a main world hub. And the main world hub has like these smaller levels inside of it. Once you beat the smaller level, it's going to open up a gate to the boss battle. Well, you'll go in, fight the boss, save the sorcerers of that world. So that's just kind of the gameplay loop. In terms of how it actually plays, thankfully, Maximo feels great to control. And it's honestly, it advertises itself as like a hack and slash game. But once you get past this like first kind of world, the game's much more of like a precision platformer. You'll be jumping across very tight edges. You'll be like constantly, it's almost like Super Mario level hard at times, which I wasn't expecting, but I did enjoy. So thankfully, the game is really fun. The drawback, though, I had with it, just like the other ones, is it is too hard, especially because it's a platformer. If you fall off the edge, you die. You don't have a lot of lives, and you don't get to save very often. We're going to talk more about the save mechanic later, but dying can mean starting not just a level over, but like the whole world over, or even the whole game over. So it was ruthless, and I didn't love it. Well, one thing I did like, though, is that Maximo starts each level with like this big, pretty heavy suit of armor. And as he gets hit, the armor falls off. And he'll spend most of the game running around in his boxers. And when the armor falls off, he actually becomes a lot lighter and smoother. Ironically, you take a lot less hits when Maximo's in his underwear than when he's in his armor. So you spend most of the game running around in your underwear, just so you're aware going into this here. Now, as he's running around the world, you're going to collect coins. The coins can be used to buy more armor. You can pay to save sometimes. Or, my favorite cosmetic add-on, you can buy different underwear or boxers for Maximo to wear. So there's all sorts of cute, there's like hearts and like, they say pow on his butt. So I really appreciated the game, encouraged me to look at Maximo's butt. And for that, whatever score I give it, we're going to give it a raise up. Fantastic extra in the game. So once we finish the graveyard, we move on to the next two worlds. It's a swamp level. I don't really like swamp levels. I'm starting to learn. Just don't care for them. I don't tend to find them fun. I don't like the aesthetic. I find them ugly. And this has some cool stuff. There's like a whole bunch of like jumping on turtle levels, which are fun platformers. But all in all, it's a swamp level. And then there's an ice level, and this thing's pretty sick. You have to fight undead like zombie pirates in this ice level. And this gets really hard. Some of the they make you jump up like waterfalls, and they have like abominable snowmans you have to fight in this level. So I did quite like that level. All right, so here's where we get, though, to what I want. I just want to talk. I'm not even saying I have an opinion on this. I just want to talk about this, okay? So let's go back to the first world. We beat the monster. We save the sorceress. The sorceress, then, who we know we've been trying to rescue to save the world, they give you a prize. The prize is either you can choose one of these three options. You can either replenish your armor, you can either save your game so that you don't have to keep doing the world over and over again, or you can get a sorcerer's kiss. And I will talk about the sorcerer's kiss. But my big issue with this is they just should have given you both. Like, they should have replenished your armor, and they should have let you save your game. Because these are supposed to be super powerful sorceresses. We're literally running through swamps and forests in our underwear for these ladies. I just feel like it wasn't appreciated. And then Sorcerer's Kiss, if you pick that, you get nothing except for if you save all four sorceresses and you choose their kiss. So you choose not to save, not to get the armor. You choose just to get the kiss. You unlock a gallery of pictures. So you can see what the zombies' artwork look like. This is the worst. And the pictures are just pictures of what they look like in the game. It's not even a cool sketch or anything. This is the worst unlockable ever. So I found these sorcerers. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think they deserve them. I don't think the sorcerers deserve him, Betty. I think my man Maximo, he's running through the swamps in his underwear. I just think he deserves it. He deserves better. And that's gonna come up later. Because Maximo is really gonna deserve better as this game goes along. So we save the sorceresses. We have a little scene. And they're talking how there's only one sorceress left in the desert. We're going to go save her. We're going to free the kingdom, right? Achilles shows up, my former best friend, now turned evil wizard of the undead. And Achilles has the last sorcerer with him. And he's like, you'll never stop me now. And again, this is a cute kid's game. He murders the sorceress. He kills her, right? game over. You can't beat him now. Except then the Grim Reaper shows up and goes, let's go to hell. And the Grim Reaper kills you. And the next world is you go to hell to save the sorceress from the depths of hell, I guess, so she can save the world. Which brings us to my favorite level, is hell.
You're going to have to find her. This may sting a bit.
Let's do it.
Give him hell, kid.
So we go to hell, and hell ramps it up. Hell wants to kill you way more than the other levels wanted to. So hell's got fire-breathing dragons. Hell has bear traps on the platform that when you walk on, they try to snap you. It's fun, and my favorite mechanic, they have these like bounce pads, but the bounce pads are like human brains, like these giant human brains. So it was both satisfying and disgusting, which I feel like is kind of Ghosts and Ghouls whole thing, right? So I really love that. So now that we actually finished running through actual hell now, we get to a demon who is holding the sorceress captive. And I'll say, I love this guy. He's this big, chubby demon who likes to slap his butt and go, come get some.
Come get some.
Loved it. Loved everything about it. So we beat him. We save the last sorceress. She once again gives us the worst gift. And then it's time to go save Princess Sophia. So the game then goes to a spooky castle level. We actually even get to see the giant drill that's tapping into the underworld. We fight our way through the castle. We get to Achilles, my old best friend. I kept waiting for some context on this, like, evil best friend gone wrong who steals his, like, fiance. But they don't really give you much context other than he's just, like, evil, which is fine. So we defeat and kill Achilles. And then we get to Princess Sophia, the girl we have run through swamps and graveyards and actual hell and back. We have found her.
My dear Maximo.
Sophia.
I feared you were...
And this is where, remember when I said Princess Sophia doesn't deserve Maximo? Well, guess what? Princess Sophia then reveals that she's also evil, and that now that Achilles is dead, she's going to take all of his power. And then Princess Sophia turns into a demon. And you then have to fight Princess Sophia to the...
Excellent. My plans are nearly complete. Finally, his power transfers to me. And now, the only thing left is to devour you.
So, like, my friend Maximo, he had the worst day. Think about it. He comes back from fighting war. He finds out Achilles, his best friend in the world, this is what I decided must have happened. Achilles must have tried to take over the kingdom. Everyone said no. So Achilles killed them all and then raised them to be undead soldiers. And then Achilles marries Maximo's fiance. And then Maximo gets murdered by his best friend. Then literally has to go to hell and back to save his fiance, who turns out she was just messing with him too. She's a demon. And now he has to kill her. Bad day, Maximo. I am sorry. Alright, so Maximo he defends himself and kills Princess Sophia. And he sadly walks to the throne room while his sorceresses look on. He sits slumped, looking sad and defeated. And he talks about how his kingdom is in ruins. He talks about how Sophia is dead. I'm with him. I don't know why we did any of this. And then it hits me. Maybe the problem wasn't the undead soldiers and the evil best friend. I mean, they were obviously a problem, but maybe it was Maximo's motivations. Like, was he really out fighting war, or was he looking for something deeper? You know, did we go through all of this work for Sophia and the sorceresses? We came up feeling empty. 'Cause maybe the person Maximo's looking for isn't the princess. Maybe it's the person playing him on the screen. Maybe it's someone with beautiful brown hair who would appreciate it if Maximo came through his door. I'd even do it for groceries. But right when Maximo's about to realize who the true love of his life is, Grim comes up and goes, "Hey, Maximo." And he kind of prods Princess Sophia's body. And he goes, "Hey, Princess Sophia isn't dead. This is just a demon imposter. She must be," and he doesn't give any other details, "she just must be somewhere else." And then Maximo immediately jumps off of his throne and then runs out the door. Doesn't give any instructions to the sorceress. Doesn't give any orders to his kingdom, which a minute ago he was upset that it was still in ruins. Just goes running. Doesn't know which direction he's going in. He just goes running off for Princess Sophia to set up what I assume is the sequel to Maximo. There's a sequel, so I can't wait to finally save Sophia then, I guess. So yeah, that's Maximo. Loved it up until its ending when it broke my heart. And yeah, where is he going? He just runs away. He just ditches his kingdom. I think he's the worst king ever. I gotta be honest. I think Maximo's the worst king in history. Anyway, we're gonna eat something to cheer me up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Alrighty. Well, now that our testosterone is through the roof after learning about pools, time to snack down on all men's favorite food, tiramisu. Take it away.
Well, I'm not going to show it to you because this is the second take and it already is looks crumbled.
First take was rough, but we'll use the clip of showing the food and we'll splice it together through good editing. So pretend like you did show us the take. Take it from here.
It's just not quite tiramisu. It's more of a trifle because I didn't feel like making ladyfingers, so we used golden Oreos, and it's really thick.
It's really thick. What are ladyfingers actually? I don't even know.
It's just like a cookie. But yeah, it's just like Oreos and a lot of cream cheese and pumpkin puree and some whipped cream and pumpkin spice. And that's it. It's very rich.
It's really good. It kind of tastes like it's kind of has an ice cream like flavor to it, if I'm being honest.
Try freezing it.
Ooh. It kind of tastes like sorry, maybe you won't like this analogy. You ever had a blizzard, like one of those crazy pumpkin spice blizzards from Dairy Queen? It actually has that taste, and that's not an insult, by the way.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right, anything if you were to bring this to Paul from the bake, so we're at the bake off. You present it to Paul. How's Paul treating it?
He wouldn't like it.
He wouldn't like it. What would he tell you to do differently?
Not use Oreos. It's too sweet.
Well, I'm sorry that we can't afford ladyfingers, Paul. Well, there you have it, folks. I guess we're not rich enough for the Great British Bake Off.
I mean, I can bake them. They'd probably be cheaper than buying the Oreos.
Well, there you go. So next pool episode, we'll be making ladyfinger tiramisu, and we'll compare. We'll leave this out underneath the sofa and see how it tastes, and then we'll have a taste-off between the two. How do you feel about that?
The video's too long.
It's only 2 minutes! People love this. Our viewers have been commenting, more eating sections. We haven't actually posted a video as of yet, but I'm gonna bet our viewers love it. So anyway, team, this has been another episode of Eat Your Backlog. It's been Pool and tiramisu combination made by the Lord. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with another recipe. Any predictions of what you might make next week? What are you feeling?
No idea.
No idea. What a fun answer. We didn't really give the viewers what they wanted.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
We know. All right, team. That's what I'm playing next week.
What are you playing?
I haven't decided yet. It's a hard choice, but I'll let you guys know in the comments. Thanks, team.